A lot of people say, well, it's a council flat and you're just a tenant because we don't own it. You know, what a waste of time and all this sort of thing. But, I mean, we think of it as our home. And I'm always making stuff for our furniture, all these tables and things I've made and that, you know. And I like working in detail, you know, and I thought it was just something I could start, you know. I didn't intend to go all through the flat with it. It took me a week to make the blade. That was a tap. Oh, I go in skips and get all sorts of, I mean, I've often been out with Annette and I've been rummaging around in this skip we've come across. Oh, you're not taking that, and I'll be lugging it home, you know. Well, to start with, I lived in this one bedroom flat down the passage, and I met my wife and we got married and I moved in and decided to start decorating. I started in the hall first, and I sort of really wanted to do something to make the hall look really good, you know. Of course, when I'd finished that, I made a start on other rooms, and I'd set up a standard, and I had to keep this standard up all the way through. And in some ways, I wished I'd never started because it's been a real burden over the years. You know, it's all more or less finished now, so we can just sort of sit down and enjoy it. You know, if you look at this bit there, I want it to remind me of a Lancaster bomber coming into land. I don't know if you can see that. And this bit was a bird of prey. Yeah, all these white bits sitting there, the lolly sticks. So that was a lampstand bottom, that was a salad bowl, that was another bowl, that was a bit of wood with a plaque on. It was all different bits that I'd put together, you know. So I did.
Yeah, you made that as well.
3-point plugs. So I saw them all off, and these are hinges. These were plant pot holders. That one broke and I repaired it. They actually did a programme on TV. It was about property. And it was a kind of panel game, and they bring these properties up, and I think on the panel was Fred Dinage, I don't know if you've heard of him from London, Keith Chegwin, Toyah Wilcox, and this art critic, this posh-speaking art critic, Old Queen, I think it was. This programme shows properties, but there's always something at the end of the programme. They've got either something extra going for them or something to take away from them, and they have to put a price on the property, and I think this was about 3,500,000, you know. And of course then they panned away from the flat to the outside of the block, and I think it plummeted to about 80 grand, like, you know. And Keith Chegwin actually said, well, what sort of a bloke spends all that time doing a council flat up? And this Fred Dinage said, well, it's his home. If he wants to do it, you know, why not, you know.
Rewind.